Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Wednesday, July 24th, and the energies in the day adds up and reduce to number 3 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. When it comes to today's energy, we have the gazelle as the spirit animal. And with the gazelle as the spirit animal, it brings me to patience. I love that the gazelle came out in the upright position because it feels like acceptance to a certain extent when it comes to something. I know when I got to today's energy, I felt a bit of a relief to a certain extent because starting with Monday's energy, it just felt like there was a lot of distractions. It felt like I had to push through. It felt like there were things getting in the way from me doing what it is that I have to do. And because I was already so far along in what I have to do, I had to just push past it, opposed to allowing the distractions to stop me from doing what I know I gotta do. And I feel like when it comes to today's energy, some of you could find yourself feeling somewhat relieved to a certain extent. Feeling somewhat relieved to a certain extent. Because when I think about yesterday's energy, the moon was a part of a T-square. And that's a lot of pressure, and Mercury was a part of that. So the inner world and the mind was under pressure. And we come to today, and at least the moon, the inner world, and Mercury are not, challenging each other, to where it's like our mind and how we talk to ourselves, like at least those two energies are not at odds. When that's happening, that's so exhausting. It's so draining. So when it comes to today's energy, it feels, a bit more peaceful. Like, today's energy adds up and reduced to number 3 vibration. That's Jupiter. And Mercury is the ruler of the day though, but Leo is in Mercury. And Mercury is in Leo, and it's at 29 degrees. And Mercury is squaring Mars in Gemini and Uranus in Taurus. So the square that's being made to Mercury is like, I guess Mercury is at its end, getting ready to go into Pisces, getting ready to go into Virgo. And the mind is in a space where it's speaking to Mars, which is at its early degrees in Gemini. The mind is in a space where it's getting ready to get serious and analytical. And, it's almost like I can't play with you anymore. It's like the kid that realized that they're not a kid anymore, or they tell themselves that they're not a kid anymore. So they tell the other kids, like, I'm not a kid anymore. I can't play with you guys, when he or she is only 8, 7. I'm not a kid anymore. I can't play with you guys. So it's like the mind is in a space where it's getting ready to go into a very serious place, opposed to being self-focused and imaginary and childlike, but at least it's not aspecting the moon. I feel like the moon is like the moon and Mercury beefing. It's like you and your mom beefing. And to me, that's challenging because it's like, say if a person grew up and didn't have a close relationship with their mom, so they're used to beefing with their mom, but you watch a lot of movies and you see other people and their moms having like amazing relationships. So it's like, even though you don't know what it's like to have that kind of relationship, you still see it and feel like maybe something's wrong with you for you guys to even be having that kind of energy towards each other in the first place. So to me, I feel like yesterday's energy felt more intense because the moon, the mother, the inner world, how we talk to ourselves, and then our mind, Mercury, which to me is the matrix, it's the collective way of thinking, was fighting against what's going on within us. And today, yes, Mercury has its own challenges, but at least it's not with the moon. And the moon is conjunct Saturn. So even though, so the moon is in Pisces, where it's in a place where yesterday it was in a space where, you know, it wasn't that close to Saturn, but now so close to Saturn, it's like, say yesterday you had a cheat day, you gave in and had a cheat day. With the moon getting so close to Saturn, normally maybe cheat days might spiral into like a binging situation that's, you know, out of control for 2 weeks or so. But with the moon like next to Saturn today, it's like, yeah, yesterday you had a cheat day, but today you back on track type of vibe, you know, where the moon conjunct Saturn is concerned. And that's squaring Jupiter in Gemini. And with it squaring Jupiter, with the moon squaring Jupiter in Gemini, it's like there's focus that we need to focus on ourselves. We need to focus on understanding ourselves, understanding our dreams, understanding our goals. It's like there's no time for me to play and socialize. Like I need to focus on getting my life together. But with the gazelle, it's like there's this feeling of peace and acceptance when it comes to today's energy. And the day is the 24th. The number 2 energy is unifying, it's nurturing. The number 4 is committed energy. It's secure energy. 2 + 4 is 6. Focus on family, responsibilities, our goals. When it comes to today's energy, some of us could feel at peace as far as where we are when it comes to families, goals, our status, and our service to others. And with the energies in the day adding up and reducing to number 3 vibration, we're at peace with where things are concerning to families, goals, all that I just mentioned. But we're also experiencing new beginnings, maybe fruits of our labor based on our investments when it comes to our goals, our legacies, or things pertaining to our home, or, you know, responsibilities that we've had before. And it's almost like good karma energy coming forward to a certain extent. But then also too, for some, it could be, you know, the opposite of that, where it's like dealing with, as Mercury is getting ready to go into Virgo, it's like these repetitive thoughts of not having enough, not doing enough, not being enough. And then instead trying to come up with a bunch of ideas and solutions to be better. But I feel like that's not the case for most, the gazelle energy to me. But maybe it is the case for some, because we have the eight of Swords energy in the upright position, and this brings me to that, like feeling stuck. I feel stuck. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get up out of this situation. And it's like, just keep moving forward. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other each day. Just keep doing one thing each day to make your situation better. It's like when it comes to where you are right now, where would you like to be? What does it look like? You know, how would you know that you've arrived to where you want to be? And first of all, when it comes to where you want to be, why do you want to be there? Is it because you think people are going to like you better? Will it make your family accept you more? Why do you want to go where you say you want to go? Once you're clear about why you want to go where you say you want to go, or why you want to achieve what you say you want to achieve, then ask yourself, how will I know that I've achieved it? What will I have? What will my life be like? What will my experience be like? Once you're clear about that, what's one thing you can do each day to get yourself closer? And like this person, just keep taking a step forward, and before you know it, like the danger will be behind you. But with this being an 8 card, it brings me to a person who's constantly stuck in that cycle, repetitive thinking of the worst, repetitively thinking of the worst, constantly thinking of the worst. When I look at these two energies together, I think of how the gazelle could be prey. And it's like the person is constantly thinking about how much they're prey, like constantly thinking about when something's going to come and just take them out. So it's like, if it ain't these bills, it's these damn kids. And if it ain't these damn kids, it's this damn this. And it's this, that, and it's that, and it's that, and it's that. And it's like, just, what could you do to make your situation better and just keep moving forward? The best thing that I could have ever done for myself was to stop talking about my problems, stop complaining about my problems. It's one thing if I'm dealing with a challenge and I'm speaking to someone because I am genuinely looking for a solution. And I know, and it's easy for a person to tell themselves that they're looking for a solution when really they don't want none. They just want an excuse to just keep going on and on and on about the situation. But it's different if you're speaking to a professional and you're like, okay, this is what's happening. How do I make it better? Or you go to YouTube and you watch videos to make it better, and then you apply whatever it is that you've gotten. But, before when certain things wouldn't be working for me, it's like, I would get on the phone when it comes to the people that I talk to, and it's like I'm going on. And it's like, number one, they don't even want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. And then number two, it's not making my situation any better, and it's only making me feel stuck. It's only making me feel like such a victim. It makes me feel awful. So it's like the best thing that I've ever did for myself is, stop talking about my problems. Whenever there's a problem or an issue, I acknowledge that, okay, this is a problem, this is an issue. And I sit down and I write down possible solutions. And, the best solution wins. Let me put it into action. And if there's nothing I can do about it, then there's nothing I could do about it. But to just, be venting about my problems for the sake of venting about my problems, the best thing that I could have ever done for myself is to stop speaking about it. And when it comes to today's energy, I'm not saying, someone might be going through something and needs someone to talk to. Go talk to someone if you need someone to talk to. But I think there's a difference when we keep talking about the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. And every time we talk about it, we bring our blood pressure up, we stress ourselves out, we overwhelm ourselves, we make ourselves anxious. That's a different situation. But somebody might be really going through some things and really need someone to talk to. I'm not saying to go suffer in silence, go get help if you need help. But if you find that it's repetitive and it's a habit, for me, the best thing that I could have done for myself was to stop complaining over and over and over again about things I can't change. And if I could change it, I'll do something about it and move on with my life. But when it comes to today's energy, yes, there's certain aspects of feeling stuck. But for the most part, like the gazelle energy brings me to a feeling of acceptance. So maybe some people might accept the fact that they're stuck. And it's like, no, you're not. Like I said, where do you want to go? Why do you want to go where you want to go? How do you know you've gotten there? And where are you in relations to where you want to go? And what's one thing? What are all the things you could do to get closer? And of all the things you write down on the paper, which thing will have the most impact? And start doing that thing. Until that thing, you need to do something else. You write down all the things you need to do when you get to the next stage. Which one will have the most impact? Start doing that thing. You guys, it's always such a pleasure sharing these messages with you. Hey guys, I want to share with you 7 benefits of getting a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session. The first one is understanding your internal programming. The second one is becoming more clear about your purpose and passion. The third is setting goals for success. The fourth is awareness of strength and areas of improvement. And the fourth one was foundational for me because whenever you're aware of your weaknesses, no one can use them against you. And when you're aware of your strengths, that makes you unstoppable. And that is why I say self-awareness is a superpower. The fifth benefit is removing obstacles. We first have to become aware of a thing in order to remove it in the first place. The sixth benefit is understanding relationship dynamics. We don't have to change the people in our lives. We have to become aware of ourselves and start from there, and everything changes. And the seventh benefit is upcoming transits, if that's something that you would like to look into because you're planning for something or you just want to be aware. So if you're interested in booking a numerology natal chart awareness reverse coaching session or learning more about it, the link to book or the link to send me an email for questions are both within the description box below. If you'd like to check out my Patreon where I share exclusive content, the link to check out what's happening on Patreon is in the description box below. Please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a yellow heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.